Welcome to video 14.6, the very last in our First Principles of Astrophotography series. In this video we discuss dithering and drizzling, which is a truly amazing technique for extracting even more detail from undersampled images.
We do love to dither and drizzle, and we do it on all of our undersampled images. Although when we drizzle, lately we've been drizzling the 1x drizzle in PixInsight rather than doing the 2x drizzle in PixInsight.
2x fizzle?
Fizzle, for shizzle.
The video is based on section 14.6 of our First Principles of Astrophotography book, which is linked in the description below.
I'm Ren Edwards.
And I'm Boyd Edwards.
Let's talk sensor sensibility. Principle 153, dithering and drizzling. To dither, kind of 6-7, to dither is to shift the field of view slightly between sub-exposures.
Isn't that what that means in English? I'm kind of dithering on this decision.
Yeah, totally. That's 6-7. Yeah. To shift the field of view slightly between sub-exposures, and to drizzle is to combine dithered images to increase, in some cases, increase the resolution of the image at the expense of signal to noise. So you can do a one-time drizzle and not
lose signal to noise. But you're almost always going to increase the resolution at least a little bit. Okay, so this is the idea. The red, green, blue, and black grids here represent 4 different pixel grids imposed upon a scene. That's a whirlpool galaxy. Okay, the little guy here, yeah. So the camera is shifting a little bit on the 4 exposures of taking that image.
Right.
And what happens then is that PixInsight and Serial and other processing software, even in the C-Star, it takes those shifted images and it says, all right, I want to look at this point at the center of the galaxy and which pixels overlap that point. And I take the information from each of those pixels based on how close the center of that pixel is to that point. And I use a complicated algorithm to figure out what the net effect is. But it really is amazing in how it can improve the resolution of your images.
Yeah.
2x drizzling is the exact opposite of 2x binning. So what drizzling means is that we're starting off, this black here is the original pixel array of your sensor. So this is an illustration of a 2x drizzle. You're starting off with a 6200 camera, which has 9,000 pixels by 6,000 pixels, and you're dividing each one of those pixels up into 4. You've reduced the pixel size to half its original value. With binning, you've doubled the pixel size. With drizzling, you've halved it. So the original pixel size of the camera is 3.76. You divide that by 2. So effectively your pixels are half the size. And you've doubled the number of pixels because you've doubled the number of pixels in the X direction and in the Y direction. So how does that affect your signal to noise ratio? You've taken that pixel size and you've reduced it. So you've taken this pixel size from 3.76 down to 1.88, and now you have a half the signal to noise ratio. So it's a trade-off, and a lot of
you
times
can just go 4 times longer and drizzle.
Exactly. You go 4 times longer. Or if you've collected 1 hour worth of data, then collect 3 more hours, and that's a total of 4 times the original amount.
There you go. Yeah. On the C-Star, we drizzled 2x drizzle every time, and we didn't collect that many pixels to start off with.
And the C-Star is undersampled.
And it's undersampled, yeah.
As we talked about in a previous video.
So it was useful. We experimented with drizzling 3 times and 4 times, and 4 times was ridiculous. Didn't get us anything. 3 times was maybe nominally better than the 2 times, but 2x drizzle was really our sweet spot.
And it was a huge improvement over drizzling at all.
Oh man, it was massive. Yeah, and our file size were went 4 times bigger, and the picture was 4 times better. It was just so much better resolution in the picture. Drizzling can be a hard one because it introduces artifacts, and you can't always remove all your stars when you're drizzling. Dithering you should always do. There should never be a case for not dithering.
And you can set your ASI air up to dither, or you can set up your C-star to dither.
There's also an effect when you drizzle a lot, as you'll have this tiling when you do it in PixInsight. So if you use, there's a setting in there, it's a large format tile that takes longer when you drizzle the image, but it takes a larger sample of the image, so you don't get this blockiness.
On the last couple images we've taken, the dark shark through the Cat 108 and the Cygnus loop through Cat 108, I mean, the full frame sensor that we have is 9,000 pixels by 6,000 pixels. It already gives a lot of resolution, and we didn't bother, well, we didn't do 2 times drizzle.
We did the 1 time drizzle.
But Ren tells me that PixInsight does some magic. I mean, there is a difference between just stacking
and a
one-time drizzle.
Yeah.
It does some magic and tries to do a better job interpolating.
Yes, yeah. Interpolating. Good. Yeah, good word.
On M1 that we processed with the C-star a couple of years ago, we tried it without drizzling, and then we tried it with 2 times, and then we tried it with 3 times, and we tried it with 4 times. We were trying to resolve the pulsar in the Crab Nebula, which we did with the C-star, which we are quite proud of that accomplishment. We ate crab legs. I think in the book we have a picture of ourselves eating crab legs. But honestly, that's where a lot of the time is spent in this hobby, is messing around trying to decide whether drizzling 2 times is better, or 3 times is better than doing it at 2 times, yeah. And whether you feel like you have the hard disk space to do it, or the time in your day to wait for it to process. Because, I mean, in some cases with our full frame camera, just to stack all the images takes overnight, right?
Right, and Blur Exterminator is going to take 4 times longer.
But that's what's fun about this hobby. Everybody has their own journey. We have appreciated so much the learning that we've had from lots of people online, and all of you. We love the hobby, and we're grateful for the chance to be a part of it and be part of this great community. Thanks so much for watching.
We'll see you next time.